and you are now tuned in to the Actual Factuals. It's the Actual Factuals.
And welcome back to the Actual Factualz VlogCast. It is your host. My name is Josh Moody. It is the handsome one, the dancing one, the prancing one, the shancing one. You gotta say it twice. It's always better when you say it twice, guys. It feels great to be back. We're here to recap week eight in the week eight. In the NFL. Also, the NBA is getting going, guys. We got some great topics for you guys today. First and foremost, I get my shout outs out the way as always. Shout out to the Steam. You already know what it is. Sweet thing. I appreciate you making this set looking beautiful. To my viewers and to my listeners, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much more. Thank you to all my supporters out there who's continually giving me that great feedback. I truly appreciate you guys. And let's keep this train rolling. So nonetheless, we jumping right into it. Moving forward, we are jumping right into it. Let's recap week 8 of the NFL for you guys real quick. Dolphins at Texans. My man Deshaun Watson gets it going with a punctured lung, which is very tough. Very, very tough kid. Talented. They seem to have getting it going. I believe that's 5 in a row for them boys. Salute to them boys, Deshaun Watson. They got a new trade for you guys, but I'm gonna get in for that. They just added a nice new piece to that nice core. Okay, Bears over the Jets. Okay, getting it done. Okay, Mitch Trubisky seems to be rolling. I keep saying, like I said, I'm a fan of that young man. He's slowly starting to grow on me. Pause. They got it done 24-10 over the New York Jets. Okay, Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose a tough one to the Bengals, 37-34. Jameis Winston had to get benched. The interceptions have become a problem. Famous Jameis, it sucks to see you going through this, brother. I really think you're a man of many talents, but you can't seem to get it going down there. Maybe you need a new change of scenery. People thought you would possibly get traded by the trade deadline, and that did happen. They have named Fitzpatrick their starter for Week 9 coming up. I don't know how long that will last because we know Fitzpatrick, or Fitzmagic as they've been calling him, tends to get hot and get really low, get ice cold at the same time. So we'll see how that works out for them boys. Jameis could be starting at the end of this, before the end of the year is over, without a doubt. Seahawks over Lions. Okay, a big trade for the Lions as well. They got my man Big Snacks Harrison. It's sad to see you go, good brother. I think that was a bad trade on the Giants for a 5th rounder. They got him for a steal. But Seahawks won that game. Russell Wilson and them boys got it done. 28-14. They also released Brandon Marshall, the vet. He was one of the, a savage player in this league for a long time. I think it's possible we see him hang him up after this. Furthermore, Chiefs over Broncos. The Chiefs 7-1. I think the front runner right now for the MVP race, Patrick Mahomes, is well deserved. This young man is playing out of his mind. 28 touchdowns, absolutely incredible. Kid's a stud. He threw for 303 yards, 4 tutties. And Sammy Watkins had a big day, 107 receiving yards. But that offense, Andy Reid's got them boys going. Redskins over Giants. My poor Giants. AP had a big day, had that nice 64-yarder to clinch the win for them boys. AP's getting it done. I'm happy to see him doing well all day. Big fan of his. Guy's a stud, always been a stud. Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Walking Hall, or living legend. Steelers over Browns. Okay, James Conner. Making me eat my words. I didn't think you were going to be able to fill Le'Veon Bell's shoes. You're doing very well. Salute to you, good brother. I'm still happy to see you doing well, especially with your story. It was such an amazing story. Amazing perseverance, regardless of what you do in your football career. You are already a winner. That turmoil continues to boil over in the Cleveland Browns locker. Honestly, I think Todd Haley. I would have wished Todd Haley and Hugh Jackson could have made that thing work. I sucks. I think the dynamic was well. I like Hugh Jackson, and I also like Todd Haley. More so because of Hard Knocks. You get to see a different side of them guys. I was hoping that worked, but that didn't work out. We'll see how this goes moving forward. Ravens and Panthers. Panthers smoked them 36-21. Shout out to Averett. Good to see you back on the field, good brother. Like I said, Cam and them boys got it done. Smoking session. Cam completed 21 out of 29 balls, man. Kid is they a sleeper. They're a sleeper picking the NFC. Nobody seems to be, picking them. I definitely wasn't one of them. Colts over Raiders. Okay, Colts 3-5 now. Raiders, as we know, is on that Shash House type of stuff. Nothing to see there. We got Packers and Rams. That was the game of the day, game of the night. Ty Montgomery, this cost him a job, unfortunately, that decision to run that ball out after being told to take a knee. It sucks because, you got Aaron Rodgers on your team. 2 minutes is like a lifetime with that man. You already know what he could have done. Honestly, they could have possibly won the game, but that Rams defense is stingy, and they just added a nice piece, but I'm going to save that for the headlines for that as well. Okay, 49ers and Cardinals. Cardinals edge out that win, 18-15. Saints over Vikings. That's a big win for the Saints. I keep saying, guys, I've been saying it if you've been watching, they are my sleeper to win to appear in the Super Bowl and possibly win it this year. Okay? New Orleans, Drew Brees and them boys got it done. Alvin Kamara and them boys got it done. Michael Thomas is a stud. And I just want to say, Adam Thielen, you're catching everything, Pauls. You are, that boy can catch anything. It's crazy. You throw it anyway, he's catching it, Pauls. Okay, Patriots over Bills, nothing to see there. We knew that was going to be a smoking session. So to get to the trades of the week, in my opinion, the biggest steal would possibly have to be Dante Fowler heading to LA Rams. Y'all don't know. Dante Fowler is a young guy, third overall pick a few years ago, okay, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I don't know if that's telling me the Jaguars are giving up on this season, or maybe they just was looking to move him. I don't know what the deal was with that, but athletic, young, plays that outside linebacker, can stand up, can also play, put his hand in the dirt and go get it. That is now giving the LA Rams another pass rusher, which is type scary. And for pretty much nothing, I think it was a steal, big time steal. So, but see, I'm pretty excited to see how he fits into that system. How they're going to work him in with that. He's going to get a lot of one-on-ones, as we know, Dominic Sue and AD, who's playing out of his absolute mind. And shout out to Todd Gurley and the boys. I got to shout you out, good brother, because you are wilding. You're the workhorse for that team. Offensively, Jared Goff, you're playing well. Sean McVay, you're pushing all the right buttons. Salute to you guys. You guys are playing super well. They're going down to New Orleans this week, guys. Let's see. That's my sleeper pick versus the undefeated team. Only undefeated team in the NFL. We're going to see how that works out. It's going to be a great game. Definitely the game to watch this year, this upcoming week. 100,000%. 100,000%. Interested to see how that works out. Dix, man. This is my second biggest trade of the day. Dix to the Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins are now first in the NFC East. 2.5 games up on the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this is a nice pickup for them boys. Now, him and Swearinger's already playing out of his mind. And you have the two corners and Norman. And they are locked down. Norman's not even the best corner on that team anymore. But with him now in that secondary, they got 4 studs. That defensive front, Allen and Payne up front, a Doggan. Kerrigan is playing super well. Foster, I like that core nucleus for Washington. And they have an easier schedule. No game is easy in the NFL. They have an easier schedule moving, heading down the stretch of the NFL. They have to believe they're only playing one team with a winning record at this point in time. They have to be the favorites to win the NFC East. However, don't sleep on them Eagles. The Eagles made a nice trade today. Howie Roseman, you have swindled somebody again. The Detroit Lions they got even though he is 30 years old, okay. But Tate, let's be honest, man. Tate's a stud. The fact that they got him to give Carson Wentz another weapon, guys, that's crazy. In my opinion, he's a straight up a playmaker. He does things. He's the type of person that you can, he could take a curl route, break like 3 or 4 tackles, and take it to the house. So, him doing that was just a nice steal, man. He will be a free agent next year. Like I said, 30 years old. Eagles will mess around and sign him again, for the low skeeter. But like I said, big steal for them boys. Big steal. Okay? The Broncos trade Demaryius Thomas, which everybody knew it was a 50-50. No, they said it was a 50-50 chance he'll be traded, but we probably knew they would move on from him. He's also 30 years old, but that gives the Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson, D-Hop. They put somebody on the opposite side of DeAndre Hopkins now, which is going to be tough. He's going to get probably the second. No, ain't no problem. He's going to get the second corner now. Should be able to put up some good numbers with Deshaun Watson, even though they do have some problems up front that they need to address. Deshaun Watson, you are taking too many hits, good brother. I don't like to see you taking these type of hits, but you are taking them. So we'll see how that works out for you. I do think that's a nice weapon for you, though. And like I said, I think it's a great fit. We'll see how that works. Okay, as we mentioned, like I said, the Giants, poor Giants, we traded Damon Harrison for pretty much nothing. Big snacks for a 5th-round pick. Eli Apple is gone. Tom Montgomery to the Ravens, man. Like I said, as I mentioned before, that is just, I guess, I don't know. There must have been some locker room stuff going on there for them to just flat out do that in the middle. After that incident happened, that's not by coincidence. That, like I said, that happened for a reason. Them boys is, like I said, you don't give Aaron Rodgers a chance, to go win the game. You're out of your mind. You lost your job because of that. That literally cost the man his job. Terrell Pryor, sidebar, he did get picked up, signed with the Buffalo Bills. We'll see how that works out for him after being released to the, from the Jets. All right, that's the trades and the headlines from the NFL Week 8. We'll see what happens in Week 9. We got some big games coming up. Like I said, that Saints and LA Rams game is the game to watch this year, so far. So moving forward, furthermore, NBA, okay, Klay, headband Klay. Klay is wilding, man. 14 3-pointers after he was in such a bad shooting slump, shooting terrible from the field, and shooting terrible from the 3-point line. Putting him in a slump, possibly the second best shooter we've ever seen. The second splash brother in this, in that group. Man, Klay put up 14 threes, broke Steph's record, which is pretty amazing. In a week where, KD just put up 41. Steph put up 50 the other night, man. These Golden State Warriors, the Dubs are just wilding, man. They're cheat codes. They're unguardable. And you know what was crazy about it? Like, the no ego thing is just amazing because they have all these superstars and each one of them are going off any given night, man. Any given night, they're going off. It's not fair. It's like 2K shit when you make trades and you get all these guys on one team, man. And it's working. It's working very, very, very well. What are we going to do? What is the NBA going to do? Guys going to make trades. Houston offered Jimmy Butler 4 first-round. They offered Minnesota Timberwolves 4 first-round picks for Jimmy Butler. For Jimmy B. Minnesota won't bite. Seems like they want some type of player as well Eric Gordon. It's not just about the picks for them. But that is the maximum amount of first-round picks you can even offer somebody. So that's crazy. That's how bad they want Jimmy. That's how bad everybody's competing with the Golden State Warriors and trying to find a team, try to find that formula to beat those boys. And I'm just going to speak on the gossip real quick of Klay going to LA. I don't buy it for one bit, even though I think it will be a great fit. However, the only thing I can think of would be the money situation. I'm sure he's going to be looking for a max contract now. He's gotten a little bit older. Steph just got paid. That could be the only thing. Like I said, I know they're going to do the best to try to keep him. KD's a free agent. I don't believe they're going to... Listen, if Klay leaves, they definitely sign a KD. But KD's been taking these 2-year, 1-year option deals, player option deals, which just makes a lot of sense because why lock yourself in long term if things don't work out the next year you can be out of here. And they'll re-sign you back in a second. He can go to any team in the league. So, like I said, guys are doing things differently. You're starting to see that now in football. But, KD and so that's gonna be interesting to see how that works out. Like I said, I don't see Klay as such a humble dude. I can't see him wanting to leave such an amazing situation where he, in terms of fit, in terms of homegrown, and in terms of money, he's gonna make more money by staying in Golden State. He will make a lot more money staying in Golden State. Like it will not even be close. It will not even be close. He will make super amount of money, and it goes by how many years you play with one team and one franchise. They can offer him the most money, okay? This is where he's winning. He's on their own route to win their 4th championship, guys, which is, it's crazy. At this very point in time, it's looking like a no-brainer. Even though I do like Toronto out of the East, Kawhi is playing super well. I like that formula. I think they can challenge them, but maybe win a game, maybe still 2 if they make it that far. Boston's going to be tough to see. They're 4-2. Kyrie as well is in a little shooting slump. I don't like I said, I think that's just coming back from the injury, the rust, and because there's that was my whole thing with the whole Kyrie situation. And I said to my boys in the group chat, my strength, just shout out to the gang. I said to them, I wonder if, because, I like to compare, and it's so crazy, they're both in Boston or New England, the Patriots to the Celtics in terms of the way Danny Ainge is operating and handling the general manager. He got his young Bill Belichick, right? And Brad Stevens. And in terms of him being able to get production out of guys by putting them in situations that they thrive in. At this very point, I know it's early in the season. Kyrie's only averaging 16 points a game, maybe 3 or 4 assists, and he's shooting 39% from the field goal, from the field. It's early in the season. I know Kyrie can cut that rust off. My thing is this. What Kyrie does well is isolation basketball. No matter what you may say. Yes, he's a capable playmaker, but in my eyes, he will always be a bucket. He's a walking bucket. It's get out my way. I'm going to go get the bucket. That's not the Boston Celtics, system. That's not who they are. They move the ball. Whoever's hot this type of game is going to get the ball. And it's early. It's looking like Tatum is one of those type of guys. I'm not saying it's his team yet, but to me, in my eyes, if you got any type of basketball eye, you can see the kid is ready in terms of he's ready for the moment. He's ready for the big shot. He has the big shot capability. Can hit it from the mid range. Pause. Hit it from deep. Pause. Post. Handle. He's fast, guys. Don't sleep on how fast this kid is with the ball. Look on a fast break, how quick he gets out. He's long, athletic. He's dunking on people, right? The kid is ready. He's absolutely ready. And Gordon Hayward is going to continue to get better as he gets more comfortable, getting back into game shape, getting his legs underneath him, and so will Kyrie. But here's the difference. Gordon came from that Utah Jazz system. He came from college with Brad Stevens, where he was the man, but he knows how to play without the ball. He knows how to move around and get open and get out the ball. That's not Kyrie's game. Kyrie's game is with the ball in his hand. He's a volume shooter. He always has been. He's a volume scorer. And I just believe they can get the same production, even when Kyrie's doing hot, right? The most we've seen him average probably, 25 points a game. You can definitely, without a doubt, get that type of production from a Marcus Smart and a Terry Rozier. I'm talking about both of them. I think Terry Rozier is a starting caliber type of point guard. I think he's gonna go somewhere and get his money. I can see him getting frustrated with the minutes. Honestly, I can see Kyrie getting frustrated with the minutes because anybody on that team, because when they're not doing well, somebody's coming out. They got a deep bench. They got guys that can play, and like I said, Brad Stevens knows how to tweak and adjust his game plan. That is going for the guy that's hot. So, and that's, like I said, kudos to him because that makes him a great coach. And that's going to make them tough to beat. It's going to make them tough to beat. So we're going to see how that dynamic works out. Kyrie is still tough. Let the record state I'm saying that Kyrie is a super, super, super tough athlete, tough basketball player. Maybe he'll continue to be a Knick this year if he don't get the money that he'd be like that 5-year, $200 max offer. Let's see if he gets that. I don't know. Like I said, there's questions about his durability. And things of that nature. So we're going to see how that works out. Early talks of Rookie of the Year. Luka Doncic is everything is advertised. Okay, Trae Young has been everything as advertised. These young boys are playing super well. I like the nickname Ice Trae. Luka Doncic just went for 31 the other night. The guy's a stud, man. I just love his game. To me, he looked like he got a lot of baby fat on him still, and he's a puppy. A lot of baby fat on him. I feel like once he trims down, gets that nice diet, you know what I'm saying? He may get a tad bit more athletic, okay? But we still didn't see the man body yet. Things like that. Like I said, he's crafty, guys. He's a crafty big man. His type of game is the type of game that can last for a super, super, super long time because he's not playing above the rim and can still put the ball in the basket. He can shoot the tray ball, can handle it. He got that killer in him. You see it. The fact that he was able to say, give me the ball, I want the ball. Ice Trae is cold. Listen, with him, because of the type of shots that he takes, he's going to have some bad games. I'm here for it. However, the growth, the talent, the fearlessness in him, you got to respect it. The young boy is going to be a stud. Don't sleep. The number one pick, DeAndre Ayton, has been everything as advertised as well. With Devin Booker being injured, he's been doing nothing being nothing but spectacular. The boy is hooping. The boy is a stud. Shout out to De'Aaron Fox and the Sacramento Kings, who are 4-3 right now. People are asleep on them. If you guys have been watching Actual Factualz for a long time, I've been telling you that draft class of last year was super loaded. And De'Aaron Fox is one of the guys I've been telling you, do not sleep on. Sweet release. Great handle. Super athletic. Super confident. And that's the biggest thing. Being confident in his abilities, man. The Kings, man, I like that kid, De'Aaron Fox. Boy, Swiper the Fox, you are a tough. You got my stamp of approval, good brother. The LA Lakers are absolutely struggling right now. Bron said, you don't want to be on his bad side when he's losing his patience. I can understand, the guy's in his career. He wants to win now. He doesn't have time to wait for development. But this is the decision he made when he went to LA. In my personal opinion, I think this is one of his ploys to get his guys motivated, to get them ready to go, geared up, to come out and compete, and to be consistent. If you look at all these games, they have not getting blown out. They're losing very, very, very close games. And this is going to happen with a new team. It's going to happen when they got to build that chemistry, build that trust, figure out that lineup, who's going to start, who's not going to start. Is Kuzma going to continue to come off the bench? Shout out to the young Kuz, man. That kid's a stud. I just love his motor. I love his work ethic. I love the promise that you see in that young man. Like I said, the Lakers are going to have some decisions to make. They could possibly be starting 3 forwards and 2 guards. JaVale McGee has been a nice fit, a nice spot. Shout out to Make Him Dance Lance. My man is doing his thing. See my son hit his shmoney? See my son hit his shmoney the other day? You feel me? I'm jacking the vibes. Lance is definitely, born ready. He's definitely 100% built for the LA vibes. Shout out to Magic Johnson for allowing him and Luke Walton and the boys, allowing him to be who he is, man, because, people like to hate on Lance because, of the antics. And, you got to live with it. You got to deal with that and things like, and what comes with that. Man, shout out to Ty Lue. They dub-skeeted you. They said Hoffa at you. You brought them, help bring a championship to them with LeBron and them boys. LeBron shouted you out as well. And maybe it was just time for them to move on. Can't get mad at them for that. 0-6 start. They actually won tonight, 1-0. They blow out the Hawks. So, like I said, we'll see how that goes moving forward and things like that. Kevin Love is going to be out for a little while. But shout out to you, Ty Lue. Like I said, you helped bring a championship to the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, guys, look. It's the Actual Factualz. I'm off this. I'm tired of being a chatty patty. My lips is getting all chapped. But it's your host, Josh Moody. And I'm going to holler at you. See you next week. Peace.
To the Actual Factualz. Man, it's the Actual Factualz.